So in this competition, of course, since the junior Asian, I've rectified a lot of errors because small errors make a huge impact. So I've worked on it very well, and as well for this competition, I'm looking forward only towards one event. There I used to compete. I competed in 2 events. I had a lot of pressure, and I had to handle that. So it gave me a lot of experience for sure. And in this competition, I'm going to focus on one event. It's gonna, give me less pressure. So I'm gonna be more excited about it, more confident. After the generation, it's boosted me a lot of confidence. It's given me a lot of motivation. It's given me more drive so that I can put it all in here because it's huge competition. It's world, not Asian. So that's what it gives. So before physical, it's also about mental strength as well, because Hepta is not all about physical strength. It's about mental strength as well. So I had to strengthen physically and mentally. I think that's what made me a bit more stronger than usual. Because first I had long jump. The day first I had long jump, and from next day I had heptathlon going on. So for that, to mentally prepare myself, I had to restore, replenish, rebuild again for the next day competition. And of course, it was tiring. I'm not gonna lie, it was not tiring. It was completely fresh. For next day, I had to prepare my mind again. Because day one when I had long jump, I won gold, and the excitement, the celebration, happiness. I had to settle down my euphoria because for the next day I had to, hold again. I had to start fresh. I can't keep my medal in my mind saying that yes, I've won gold and I'm going to settle down for this. I started fresh again for next day because I had to replenish and rebuild, and again I have to give best performance there. So that's how I set my mind because it wasn't easy at all, but it was challenging and it toughened me a lot. That's what it taught me. And it gave me a lot of experience, of course. It's made me even more well-versed, I can say. Yeah. So she's a mother. You know what mother does. Her role is huge in a daughter's life. And the biggest motivation in my life is her, for sure, no doubt. And since she's been a national record for these many years, I have to stay grounded. I have to stay humble. That I have to start fresh again, because I'm just coming from a grassroots level, and I'm just like a young leaf in a tree. Young leaf. I have to grow myself. I have to become more well versed. I have to grow in a way that it shouldn't be usual. It has to be different. It has to be. It has to vary from my mom's performance and from her life, her sports career, how it's been. She's been through a lot of struggles. Her life was different. Her background was different, and through that, she could teach me, and that's like a leverage for me. And I'm very grateful for that, for sure. And I'm really happy and grateful that she's my mom. I've got a genetics lineage from her, so that she's had a lot of experience in her sports athletic career, and she could teach all those, whatever she's learned to me, and that's what I feel grateful about a lot. Yeah. If I set myself for numbers, I'll limit myself. So I better not limit myself. I have to be limitless. I don't want to limit myself with a number that this is what I have to jump and it's going to get me a medal. I'm going to be 100%. I've rectified myself. I've prepared. I've rebuilt myself. I'm going to give my best. I know that best performance can give me medal for sure, but I'm not going to think of numbers because I have to be limitless about myself. If I think about numbers, then I'll stop myself there. Yeah. First of all, they're top jumpers right now. Good for them, a lot good for them, and I'm happy for them for sure. And the very good thing I take from them is when I compete with them, I'll be even more hyped up. It's gonna give me even more motivated feeling in me. So it's gonna better my performance. I'm not gonna think about their performance, and I'm gonna compete with them. I have to compete with myself, not with them. I see them as complete. I don't, all the time see them as a competitor because they're athletes as well. And putting myself in a place where I'm isolated with my performance, with my preparations, with my teachings, with the training programs I've come along with. I have to just think about that. I can't think about the performance they're doing. Good for them, good, really good for them. I'm happy for them. But the only good thing I can take from them is that they're going to give me a lot of motivation. They're going to create a lot of hype in me so that I can better myself.
Other than your mother, who is your idol in sports? Would you love apart from my mother?
Apart from mother, right now in long jump, she's of course she's Olympic gold medalist in 2024 Paris, Sarah Davis, and yeah, she's iconic for sure. She's got a different kind of irony in her, so she's kind of inspiration. She's a big aspiration for all the youth athletes right there. So
I think.
So thing is, why I chose to do heptathlon, which is multi-event, because I had to develop overall. It's not just about one event. You don't just focus about one event or just one thing. You focus on a lot of things. Of course, multitasking is not a very good thing in a usual life. But when you do a lot of events at the same time, you develop overall. So right now, I'm junior. And when I go to senior level, I get to know myself. I know my body, what it prepares and what it's good for and what's the best for. So the whole point of doing heptathlon and multi-event is develop overall, and you know yourself, and you can decide for yourself that what you're best at. If I have to be honest with you, when I go to home or wherever I travel with them, they keep talking about, you gotta do this, you gotta do that, you gotta work on this, you gotta work on that technique, you gotta work on this aspect, you gotta work on a aspect where you're not good at or where you're lacking, where because small things make a huge difference. It can make a huge difference in your performance in a place where you don't know. So I think having them all the time is, I need to tell them sometimes that, let's not talk about this right now, not at dinner table, not at a table where we're eating, where we're not, I want to chill right now. When I come home, I want to have this peacekeeping environment around me when I come home, because that's what I look forward to. When I go on track, when I go on field, all I think about is training. I know it's not all about training, it's about everything. Other aspects come along with it. Ethics, showmanship, a lot of things come along with it. But I just have to keep telling them that, look, when I come home, you just make me laugh. We talk about different things. They're both of them are coaches. I can't expect them to be, always normal and usual and chilling. But at the same time, I have to keep saying them. But it's good. Good thing is that they give me that, they have expectations which makes me motivated. I don't take that as a pressure at all. I shouldn't. I should take that as a motivation. I should take that as a thrive in me, so that it's not going to create any nervousness in me. It's going to give a lot of boost in me. It's going to boost my confidence. It's going to boost a lot of, feeling good kind of thing. So, yeah.
Do you feel some pressure like you?
Honestly, as a motivation, it's a really good thing, because if I'm not going to say if she wasn't there, I would not, be confident or wouldn't perform well. But if she's there, she's going to give me extra motivation, extra boost of confidence, because she's going to tell me, because, times I, forget, maybe few things slip off my mind, which she reminds me of. And she's at the audience saying that you're going to do this, you're going to do that. Yeah, she kind of, shouts a lot at the same time, but, when she directs me of one technique, it does give me a lot of confidence. I'm not going to take it as, it's a leverage for me, her being in the team. It's really a big leverage. I want to enhance my performance. I'm not going to look for numbers again, because, of course, my eyes are all on Podium, but I'm not going to look for numbers. I have to give my best. If I do enhance my performance, I know where it's going to get me. So I know. I'm confident about that. As I went to Reliance Foundation, I had a coach there called James Hillier. there were a lot of aspects. I had a lot of room to work on. So, when you work on a lot of things, things will happen. If you have to make things happen, you have to work on a lot of aspects. It's not just about explosive, it's also about speed, it's also about your power, your technique, your landing, everything comes along with it. So when you work on a lot of things, I think you can proceed a lot further. And coming from a 530 and 540 barrier to 6 meter barrier is not a big thing for me, because I knew I had all the prodigy in me, but I had to get it out, because only having talent in us doesn't work. You got to work on it a lot. You got to put a lot of effort. You have to, think of yourself that you can do it, because you got a prodigy in you. That's why. Favorite? Actually, my first love is high jump. Yeah, it is. But since I was doing high jump, it is insisted for me to do heptathlon because of the overall development and stuff. But as high jump is included in the heptathlon event, I had to do heptathlon. I dropped individual high jump. But I love high jump, of course. And I like, long term, I love high jump. But I'm not going to say it's my favorite event, because I have to look in the seniors level where I'm best at. I can't decide at once. I do talk to him. He does give me a lot of guidance when I call him, and he taught me text that you got to do this, you got to do that. And when I meet him, he gives me a lot of advice about what I should, where I should go, which path I should take. So of course he's a big time iconic in multi-event and jumps, and he's got a lot of sports literacy, which I like about. And I think he's, you know, he also, it's like you also act when you speak. Action speaks more than words. So he does that, which I like about. And I think nothing is, excellent than that. I feel that it's very peculiar. He's a peculiar person for me, for sure. Yeah. Thank you.
And all the best for the
Thank you so much. Yeah.